Hey everybody, welcome again to Fostering Music one more time. But if this is your first time here in the channel, welcome home. This channel is intention to put myself, an ignorant Brazilian, into another shoes by reacting to songs from different countries. Hopefully by that getting a little bit more knowledge of those countries I'm reacting to. And of course with the help of you guys here, the subscribers, I will get more and more information about them. Today, I'm gonna react to a song which was not recommended to me by the commenters because, of course, we have to go abroad to try to find another countries. And these girls are from Poland, but I mean, they would be like singing East European songs and in general. And I think, from what I did on my research, that this song is an Ukrainian song. So they are Polish, I think, but they are singing a song from Ukraine. Now, of course, I think that everybody here knows which country is Ukraine because of what happened the last 2-3 years. We always do the preconceptions part first and then we go to the reaction. So if you want to skip this part, you can just go there. But if not, if you want to correct me or understand what I know about Ukraine by itself, you just listen to me, okay? You can go skip if you want to just see the reaction. Now, preconceptions about Ukraine in Brazil. Basically, Brazilians basically do not know what Ukraine is. What was, of course, Ukraine before the war. So, in relation to for the country, we would have like maybe people in the south, because in Brazil we had a big immigration, maybe like the 30s, and you guys can imagine why. Folk people like Polska, like in Poland, because I know some people in Brazil who has the ending of their name as ski, and I know that that is a Polish surname. Actually, I have met some, and I know that there's a lot of them in the southern states here in Brazil. But about Ukraine itself was not something that we know. Like, it's not something that you would expect Brazilians to know just by the name. Of course, after 2020 and 2021, everything changed, and a lot of Brazilians know about that. Unfortunately, because of the war that is happening between those two countries. I mean, Brazilians, we all have, I think Brazilians do have in general, okay, of course, there's always specific kind of people, but we have this idea towards war, which is we would find a way to connect people. I guess it's because of how our history in Brazil. Like in Brazil, we have this history of immigration, and basically, Brazilian society is made about this mixing of cultures, mixing of people from a lot of countries, and then I guess that kind of developed into our idea of non-violence, the idea of integration all the time. Of course, it's a very difficult war and a very difficult conflict in order to solve it. And my personal opinion, I think that will become something like North Korea and South Korea. So something that we're gonna be frozen in time. And I hope one day at least we froze that, like there's an armistice between South Korea and North Korea. The the sooner we do that, better for the people. Of course, that should be the idea always. Like we should stop conflicts, even if it is by that, but an armistice. But yeah, you know. Now regarding the culture itself, I know that's like Slavic, and then being Slavic, what I know about Slavic is just like people who, my preconception is like people who graze, like work in grazing lands, so lands that are a lot of sheep and pastoral ideas. For me, very similar to the people in the Balkans region in that regard. Of course, it's because Brazil is not very well equipped nor introduced enough to that. Um, so yes, I guess we only know Ukraine just by this part. And my purpose here then would be to show this other part, which is more cultural. I have said here in the channel most of the times, I am here for the folk, for the culture, and what represents by the people. So if you want to say like, oh, what is happening with the government, stuff like this, it's not my point in the channel. My point is always to see culture emerges, because governments can go, can come, can go away, but regardless of that, the culture will remain there. hopefully, that we want all the cultures to be able to dispose themselves and show what they are. So we're gonna go to this one. It's a Poland group. That's how you call it. A Poland group singing an Ukrainian song. Let's listen to it now. Okay, here we go.
Sztoj moru, sztoj moru, moru sienia mój, sztoj moru, moru sienia mój, tam plawa.
Yeah, this thing like being, how do I say that? Like very folkish and those kind of, we would call in Brazil like pagan styles, like the pagan religion and stuff like this, like a big drum like this, and those maybe associated with like druids and forest people, and that's kind of the preconception we had in Brazil too. And it's a pretty cool song. I really like this polyphony. It's like a choral thing here, and I'm really liking it.
Tam plawała stada białych lebiadziej. Samalemi lebiadziatami, samalemi lebiadziatami.
Here comes the drums. Of course, I don't understand what they're speaking, but it kind of gives me this vibe of saying like, I'm going through the fields, I'm doing stuff and living my life. Like look like a folk chant of a common day of a worker, like a work in the field. I kind of get these vibes by the way it is sounding for me. This sound, yeah. I had a roommate long time ago when I was in university. He was from Azerbaijan, and this sound is very Cyrillic. I am not exactly sure how the Cyrillic and Slavic languages work, but Cyrillic is the alphabet. But what is the Slavic? It's just the people, and Cyrillic, like, what is the interchanging here? I can see that in the title we also have the Cyrillic alphabet on there. So I don't. Actually I have to search more, I guess. There is a one of the singers is singing in one octave higher, and it's pretty cool. I can actually just see her voice going, let's say, highlighting the song. think it's that little girl there. That girl there, that girl in here, she's doing the high note.
Tam plawała stada białych lebiadziej, tam plawała stada białych lebiadziej. Samalemi lebiadziatami, samalemi lebiadziatami.
Sounds like they're having a lot of fun. Laboratorium Pieśni. Congratulations on you girls. The song was pretty cool. Like, I mean, there was only the voices and the drums. So everything was on the voices, and they were for sure sharing so much. It was like you had a culture, and then you did this, and you just get the fine juice extract of what would represent that idea of like singing together in like a circle. It wouldn't like it gives me these vibes of like a not ritual, I would say. Like it's a celebration. You have a celebration, like a folk celebration, let's say like of a harvest, and then there will be the party, and they would be in the middle singing that, like just thankful about that. It's pretty cool, and it was nice, and it was totally different experience, but it was worth it. Yeah, pretty cool. Of course, as I said, I don't understand Ukrainian language, so I was not able to understand what they said, but we will go with the English translation. So by that, I guess we will be able here in this international community understand a little bit what was happening actually in that song, what they're singing about. So this is a machine translation of the song. Okay, so maybe there's some problems, but you guys feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It would be starting with by the sea, by the sea, by the sea, a blue sea, by the sea, a blue sea. Floated, floated, a flock of white swans floated, a flock of white swans floated. With the little ones, with the little ones, with the little swans, the little swans. Interesting, like very dreamy. And where would it have come from? And where would it have come from? And where did the gray eagle come from? The gray eagle. Interesting. And where did the gray eagle come from? She dispersed. She dispersed. She scattered the flock across the blue sea. She scattered the flock across the blue sea. White feathers, white feathers, white feathers flew to the sky. White feathers flew to the sky. So dreamy. Like it's totally a song, like a celebration song. Gray feathers, deep gray feathers on the green meadow. Deep gray feathers in the green meadow. And who is harvesting? And who is harvesting? And who is harvesting the feathers? Who is harvesting the feathers? Harvesting the feathers, harvesting the feathers. A beautiful maiden is harvesting. A beautiful maiden is harvesting. That is very cool. Very interesting song. Very folklorish. That's what I love about this. Is maybe it's kind of giving me some hints about the culture itself, the folk culture itself, like the day-to-day day of a person inside that culture, which is amazing. Of course, it's Poland girls doing that, so maybe there's a little bit of things coming from there, but I guess it would be a Ukrainian song, so maybe it's about that. What I heard, and I think I'm right on that, is that Ukrainians have a lot of wheat, so they were the biggest wheat producers. I don't know if they are still. Hope one day they can come back to that place, because I think nothing is better than working for the betterment of society. And of course, it is a shame that we have conflicts all the time. It's something that it makes me sad when we see conflicts arising all the time, especially because of power relations. Maybe if one day we have a system of global governments, not to go like full conspiracy mode, okay, but I mean in a way that we could prevent these ideas of taking and coming with power in there just because of resources and stuff, and let the culture be like, if we would be able to separate governance or economic governance from cultural expression. Maybe we could try to avoid these wars from happening, or maybe not. I mean, humans sometimes they disappoint me in that way. But anyway, so that was the reaction. Hope you like that, and if you like it, you should give me a like, a subscribe if you want, of course. Just give me more Ukrainian songs that I should react to, or Polski, Poland songs that you think I should react to. I would be glad to see that. I will put them on my list, and eventually they will be here featured in the channel as well. And if there's anything that I said here was wrong, you can feel free to correct me. My purpose here, of course, is always to get a little bit more knowledge by that and interacting with you people. Thank you guys for coming, and if you want to continue with me in this journey discovering songs from all over the world, hop along, subscribe, and we'll see you guys another day with another song from another country. Bye bye.